Alright, this next video is going to be about to help you do the finding slope practice. So before you do the practice, you probably should watch this video, take a few notes. Alright, slope is the steepness of a line. It's the change of y divided by the change of x. So we're going to first start off by finding the slope from a graph. So if you have a graph of a line, you're going to pick out a point that's on crosshairs, and we're going to count up and over to get to the next crosshair. So for this example, I'm going to pick out like one point, say this one, and I would count up 1, 2, and over in a positive direction 1. So this slope has a slope of 2 over 1. And again, if you were to keep doing that, and it's going to be consistent, up 2 over 1, okay, up 2 over 1, that slope will continue like little stair steps. Alright, sometimes what they'll do is they'll have you find the slope between 2 points on a given line. So here we have an example 3, 1 and negative 1, 5. Now granted, you can go ahead and graph these and then do what we did in the previous example. So let's first see how that looks. Okay, so now if you were to look at that graph and we did what we did in the last example, we would count up. I'm going to start down here at this point. We would count up 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in a positive direction. And then we'd have to go in a negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1. So this would look like it has a slope of negative 1. We could also use a formula. So this is the formula for slope, so that you wouldn't necessarily have to graph. So this could be our x1, y1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So we would have 5 minus 1 divided by negative 1 minus 3. And then we do that arithmetic, and again we get the slope is negative 1. Find the slope of a line that passes through 4, 3, and 5, 3. So if we go ahead and label this up, we can let this be x1, y1, x sub 2, y sub 2, and we're going to substitute it into our little formula over here. So we'd have 3 minus 3 over 5 minus 4. Do that arithmetic. Zero divided by 1 is 0. Now let's think about what that looks like. I'm going to graph that. So you'll notice that when I go to graph that, what happens is that we get a horizontal line. In fact, every horizontal line has a slope of 0. Like if you're skiing on the bunny slopes, it has 0 difficulty. Okay, I found the slope of this particular line, 2, 5, that passes through 2, 5, and 2, negative 1. So again, if we use our slope, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And put in those values. We get negative 6 divided by 0, and if you were to put that in your calculator, you're going to get an error message because it's called undefined. We can't really divide by 0, and that's a vertical line. All vertical lines have undefined slope.